Hey guys, what's going on? Dominic here from Media Glitch. I am 35 years old. I've been reading comics for about 30 years. I love comics. There's so many comics that are out, that have been out, that come out every week. It's almost impossible to keep up. So what I want to do here on the show is try to get you to read some stuff, hopefully, that isn't a waste of your time and money. So we're going to talk about something pretty exciting today, which is Fight Club 2. That's right. The hit film, well, it wasn't a hit film at the time, but back in 1999, David Fincher directed his masterpiece Fight Club, which was an amazing film, changed my life. It's the first time I really think I thought about film as an art form because it was so different and it didn't get appreciated until, years later. Fight Club is based off of a novel by Chuck Palahniuk, who has wrote tons of other novels like Choke, and that's the only one I can think of right now at the moment. But Fight Club, he's written it, and so Chuck Palahniuk has come back to write the follow-up series in comic book form with artist Cameron Stewart for Dark Horse Comics' Fight Club 2, the sequel to Fight Club. I'm going to try not to spoil anything, because, Fight Club, there's all about spoilers. There's so many whammies in here that I don't want to spoil anything. But basically the synopsis goes is that it follows the narrator's character, who in the story they actually named Sebastian. And it's about 10 or so years later, him and Marla Singer, they get married, they have a kid, and now you're following him at this point in time and what happens after everything that happened in Fight Club. This series is a 10-issue series that took about over a year or so about a year to tell the entire story. Started off in May with an issue 0, so I guess technically it's 11 issues. But anyways, it tells this huge operatic epic of Tyler Durden, his new machinations, how he returns, what happens with Sebastian and Marla's kid, and just kind of all the typical Fight Club-isms that happen. Okay, so one of the greatest movies of all time, possibly one of the greatest novels of all time, gets put into a comic book form and is told by the original author. What could go wrong? Well, here we go. I'm going to tell you. Okay, I put this, if you remember, I put this on my top 5 for 2015 because it was awesome and it was still going on at that point. Then 2016 happened. It took an ugly turn. The story itself got really meta, and I don't know. I didn't really care for it because all of a sudden we went past breaking the fourth wall into where we're actually talking to Chuck Palahniuk and another room full of writers about what should happen next in the story. What? And maybe that's something clever that I'm going to appreciate 10 years later, like a lot of people that are now just discovering Fight Club, like, wow, what an amazing thing. But for me, I thought like, oh man, this is not where I want this to go. That was not I just didn't like it. It's just a thing that I didn't care for. I've seen it before happening a lot in comics. I've seen it in Matt Fraction's Sex Criminals. They're just like, hey, we're writing a comic, you're reading a comic. And I'm like, what's going on here with that, To me, I think it's very, I don't know, it seems like so much anti-Tyler Durden that maybe it is Tyler Durden and that's how clever it is. But for somebody like me, I didn't really care for it. Anyways, the highlight of the book, I think, is all the artwork. Cameron Stewart does a really amazing job with the artwork and the design of all of these things. That's a cover, variant cover that you're looking at by Lee Bremio, but coming up soon, you're going to see some of the interior art from Cameron Stewart. He does a really interesting job of making these set pieces all part of the story and weaving it into a cohesive narrative. Yeah, so it's really interesting. I love the artwork. I think it's great. It works really well to serve the story. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing that's going on. So if anything, pick it up for the artwork. If you're a die-hard Fight Club fan, you're gonna like Fight Club 2. I'm a diehard Fight Club fan, but I gotta remain objective and tell you that this just wasn't the send-off that I was really hoping for. The return to Tyler, Marla, all that stuff. It was brilliant in the beginning, and then it got crazy, like too crazy for me, like way crazy. So for that, my friends, I'm gonna rate Fight Club 2 hot dogs. That's right, 2 for 2. Fight Club 2 hot dogs, okay? You can pick up the entire series, 2 out of 5. That's right, we have a 5 hot dog system rating. Thank you, Joel. 2 hot dogs out of 5. So I didn't rate it very high, and I'm being very generous because I did like where the story started off, and I did like the artwork. I just thought that the ending was a punch-out ending, because I'm not even gonna spoil the ending. The ending is way worse than the meta stuff. I hated it. I'm so sorry, I gotta get passionate about this. Chuck, you're brilliant. Maybe you're too brilliant for me, and I'm not gonna get it for a while. What about you guys at home, okay? If you're watching this on live television, please head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/MediaGlitchShow, where you can watch all of our past episodes. They're really wonderful if you really think about it. All my past episodes, some of them are pretty good. So check them out. You can comment below and tell me, do you think that I'm missing something in Fight Club 2? Is it really a stroke of genius? Did you hate it as much as I did the way that it ended? Comment below. Subscribe also, because you'll get some updates in case you can't watch it on live TV. Maybe you're stuck in traffic one day, the boss wants you to stay late, you know what I mean? You get in a fight, who knows? Anyways, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. See you later.